occasion it was Milltown who came out on top by 2 points. This is expected to be a similarly tight contest between two sides who've already registered victories in the opening round of the championship. Annaghdown overcoming Berna and Milltown defeating Killannon. So there isn't as much a sense of jeopardy involved in this tie as there would have been had they both lost first time out. Let's have a look at the team lineouts then for this match between Milltown and Annaghdown, as our match referee Martin Flaherty in the middle of the field gets ready for the coin toss. We'll have a look at Milltown, who as ever are in their traditional jerseys of royal blue with the white trim and the white shorts. Milltown line out with the change of goalkeeper. The man between the sticks will be Anthony Coyne. He comes in to that position. In the full back line, Pádraig Godwin at number 3 is a player who's blossomed into a fine championship performer. Jack Caron has plenty of experience playing with Galway as well. He's captains the side in that full back line, while Sean Blake, Sam Fearock and Michael McWaters form a formidable half back line. Liam Costello is their star turn at midfield alongside the evergreen Cathal Blake, while up front Michael Martin, another man with plenty of Galway senior experience, and an inside line of Owen Mannion, Aaron Connolly, and at full forward Shane Connolly will be hoping to get the scores to lead Milltown to a famous victory. Turning to Annaghdown, their goalkeeper is also their team captain and the man between the sticks for Annaghdown, who are managed by Norman O'Brien, with Stephen Curley, Brian Craven, Jason Comer, Declan McGrath and PJ Murray among the backroom team. Owen Curry is their team captain, the goalkeeper. Enda Malarkey at full back has plenty of championship experience, as has Diarmuid Kilcommons, a Galway senior panellist who will lead the Annaghdown defence from centre back. At midfield, the clash and the battle between Owen Reddington, Liam Murphy and their Milltown counterparts of Costello and Blake will have a big bearing on today's proceedings. While in the forwards, Dara Meehan has shown great promise in recent seasons. Jack Dowd at 11 is a player Milltown will want to watch. But of course, everybody will be talking about the man wearing number 14, Damien Comer, a one-man wrecking ball who Milltown will certainly have to watch and probably double and treble mark at some point during this fixture if they're going to come out on top. Frankie Burke has often profited as well from play, and he's been one of Annaghdown's top performers in the last decade in championship football. As ever, Annaghdown wearing their maroon jerseys and white togs against the blue and white and Milltown. This is a real traditional battle between two North Galway powerhouses, Milltown and Annaghdown, in the Galway Senior Football Championship. It should be a fantastic occasion and one to savour. Annaghdown in their pre-match huddle before the start of today's match. Milltown down at the other end are getting ready for the start of play, and they will be in their formation for Aura Navian before the start of today's game. Interestingly enough, Milltown will be playing into the scoreboard end for this opening half, so Annaghdown are the ones with the breeze. But what effect that will have on this fixture, well, time will tell whether or not it is relevant or not. We've got Aura Navian here in Tuam Stadium before the start of Milltown and Annaghdown. Our big match analyst for today's clash of Milltown and Annaghdown is the former Galway forward Pádraig Cunningham. There's a real sense of tradition anytime Milltown and Annaghdown play, because they've got a rivalry that goes back many, many years.
They do indeed, and it's starting to build, so it has the last 2 or 3 years now. And last year we seen Annaghdown kicked nearly 14 wides, I think it was, in that game against them last year. So they'll be looking to rectify here today.
They'll also be relying very heavily on Damien Comer. So straight away he's come out from midfield to midfield from full forward for the throw-in. The man who's kind of gone against the grain somewhat, wearing blue togs and the blue shorts in the middle of the field for Milltown, is Cathal Blake. Obviously the white pair are still in the wash, but he's ready. And what a fantastic campaigner he is for Milltown. No more than Damien Comer. It'll be some battle between these two to see who gets the ball. But of course there's only one man winning that throw in. It's Damien Comer straight through the middle. What a start this is for Annaghdown. Damien Comer off the right, opening score, trying to get it off to the left hand side and wide. Well, I think Milltown will watch the video replay of the throw in, and they'll have a bit more homework done the next time, especially for the second half, because that was a bit of a shambles.
Yeah, it was, and it was it was straight at the heart. It was smart though from Annaghdown. Michael Loughlin turned and locked onto Damien's man, and Damien's jump, we all know how high he can jump.
Milltown get the ball back and start with Mike McWalters, their first attack of the game. Lovely composed balanced play from Colin Brennan, a little bit on the high side, but Mike Martin couldn't quite grab that one. Not doing him any favours there was the kick pass of Sam Fearick, way too high, and in the end Mike Martin contesting that ball with Enda Malarkey has led to an injury for the Annaghdown man. And I think what we have there is,
it looks like a shoulder,
a lower back injury. Not quite sure, either that or it could be the old fingers, Pádraig.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to see what the physio is trying to rectify there, but Enda Malarkey is certainly in some pain, and it could be winded, but
looks like the knee.
Yeah, it is. It is quite worrying. This is in the opening minute of the game, and Enda Malarkey it seemed to be innocuous enough, the challenge. There was nothing too untoward in him going for the ball with Mike Martin. He came from behind Martin to get a punch on it, and Mike Martin is just having a word on this near side with the Annaghdown management just to explain what happened there. He's also having a chat with Dara Meehan. So I think they realise that Enda just came down awkwardly himself, and there's as much concern, and he is gone. And that is a disaster for that young man, to think that after just a minute of the game, and what we're really hoping here, Pádraig, and I don't need to talk to you about injuries, you've been that soldier, like, he knows right now how serious this is.
Yeah, he does, and look at it, it's not a good sign. Look at the discomfort he's in on the pitch. Fortunately, it's horrible to see. And
is that ACL territory there?
Yeah, it looks it, to be honest. The pain he's in, and it looks like he can't even straighten. It could probably even be meniscus maybe, but it looks like he can't even straighten the leg at all. So yeah,
this is a disaster.
Yeah, it is.
And to be honest, we talked about the rivalry, we talked about the importance of the championship. All of that goes out the window when you see a young fella coming a cropper like this, and this is just not what you wanted to see, and it's completely taken the sting out of the evening, out of the whole game. And of course there's the obligatory round of applause, and a round of applause, of course, that's of scant consolation, but your heart goes out to Enda Malarkey. He's been led off the pitch, and all you could say is we wish him a speedy recovery, because that to me looks like it could be an injury that could take a little while.
Yeah, it looks like you can see in his facial expressions here the discomfort he's in, and from even knowing Enda himself, he's not a man for exaggerating anything. So like, that's just unfortunate for him.
He's a warrior, and he's not going to be going down. And Annaghdown are forced into a switch in the first minute up the other end of the field. They've got to get on with the game, and Annaghdown have the ball back. Frankie Burke, what a great campaigner he's been for so many years. Off and looking for the run on this near side of Jeremy Kilcommons. Dara Meehan offing himself up. Frankie Burke back into the start of play again. So too on this near side. Ryan Sheridan, we see wearing number 2 there for Annaghdown. Still in possession, Annaghdown looking for the first shot at the posts, and it's a decent effort. It's over the bar. A super score from Diarmuid Kilcommons. And Diarmuid Kilcommons puts it up and over the bar. The first score of the game coming. So Ryan Sheridan, who came on as a sub, of course, for the injured Enda Malarkey, was to the forefront of that, and an excellent score. It came on the 4th minute, but of course we've only had about 60 seconds of football because of that unfortunate injury to Enda Malarkey. But he's replaced by number 2, Ryan Sheridan, who's involved in the build-up, and a fine score from Diarmuid. I mean, he's got great quality, great experience involved with Galway as well, and I think apart from Damien Comer, Annaghdown will be looking to Kilcommons for a big performance if they're to win this evening. Yeah,
they sure are, and look at it. He's a driving force for that Annaghdown backline. He gets out of the back as quick as he can. And look at then you've isolated with one of the best forwards in the country, and Damien Comer up there.
Milltown on the counter-attack, trying to get the ball into the inside line, but Annaghdown forcing him out the field, and in the end it's gone out for a 45. A real scrappy affair in along the end line, but again the battling qualities over there of the Milltown cornerback Keith Mannion, helped in no small manner over there as well by Owen Mannion. And between the two of them, the Mannions have forced a 45, which Cathal Blake may invite Anthony Coyne up to take. And here he comes. Coyne himself, of course, is pretty proficient with the whistle, so he's been taking charge of championship matches for the last couple of years, but the son of former Galway custodian Porrick is going to try and get the first score for Milltown in this game. Annaghdown are the ones with the opening point on the board from Diarmuid Kilcommons, but can Anthony Coyne find the range with this one? 6 minutes on the clock. Right-footed. He's going to strike this one. Gets plenty of distance on it. It's going to drill right inside the post, and it's just wide. Very, very close to the upright. Goalkeeper Owen Curry was almost at the junction of post and crossbar, but the umpire was right there to see that ball went wide. Ball broken down the middle of the field. Excellent bit of work by Milltown's Niall Costello to intercept and win the ball back for Milltown, who'll be pretty happy in the middle of the field. Here's an opportunity now for Liam Costello. Gets it through to the centre back Jack Curran, well, wearing number 6 but operating more as a roving defender. Out to Cathal Blake. Aaron Conley making plenty of moves as well on the shoulder. A lot of young players on this Milltown team as well. Through the centre channel comes Sam Fearick. Nice hand pass in towards Mike Martin. Can he hold on to it? He can. Trying to shrug off the attentions, and then off the right. This is ambitious, and Mike Martin misses it to the right hand side and wide. Almost a standing position to eventually get the shot in. He was marked by not one but 2 players. Liam Murphy and Dara McAndrew, both in close proximity to Michael Martin. But his right-footed effort goes to the right and wide, and it remains 1 point for Annaghdown. No score for Milltown. 7.5 minutes into the first half, but ball touched on the ground, says the referee. Dara Meehan, the man penalised. Cathal Blake, quick to get on with the game. Plays it out this right-hand side. Lovely quick hands from Aaron Connolly. Gets it into Colin Brennan. He goes back out the field towards Niall Costello. It's a similar pattern in pretty much every game at this stage as Blake. Beautiful ball with the outside of the right. Gives it off to Mike McWalters. Looking to try and play a 1-2. There was a high challenge on Sean Blake. Nothing too untoward, but I think Liam Murphy might be spoken to on the back of that challenge. Not sure it deserves a yellow card, but referee...
Probably his hand just even got stuck, I'd say, up there too early, but yeah, he's flashed the yellow.
A little bit of a high challenge, and so, yeah... I think you always run that risk, Porrick, don't you, with any kind of facial contact?
Yeah, you do, yeah. Especially when you put the hand around the neck, all right, it's a big worry, so they just tend to be a booking nice and early for Liam Murphy.
Stamp it out. Let's see how this kick goes as Milltown try and launch an effort from Owen Mannion, which is unerring, up and over the bar. 8 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and Owen Mannion with the point from play, or point from a free, to make it a point apiece. Of course, Milltown are missing their free taker today. Mark Hare picking up a red card. There's a brilliant catch from the kick out. Wonderful work from Niall Costello. Goes for a long ball over the top. Breaking down. Brilliant play. Colin Brennan off the right. Should be a score. Curls it up high, but Burrell not quite enough. And that's a poor miss from Colin Brennan. Out to the right hand side and wide.
It is. It's a poor miss, because it was a great opportunity. It was a great crossfield pass and knocked down to him probably on the left hand side of the D, and he just skews it to well wide of the right hand post.
Great catch from Niall Costello from the kick out, though. He showed great bravery. But I was mentioning the missing Mark Hare for Milltown. He's their top scorer ever in championship football. So to be missing a guy like him who just doesn't miss frees. I mean, he's always good for 4 or 5 points in a game for Milltown.
He is, yeah. And you just know it yourself, when any free, probably inside 35, 40 yards, it's a destined score nearly, because he's so accurate. And he adds a lot. Like, it's probably a talisman you have to mark in for any Annaghdown defender. Well,
a needless free given away there by Sean Blake for Milltown, because the Annaghdown man, Jack Dowd, had overrun the ball, but the Milltown man followed through, and Blake's concession of the free is given a chance. Well, Frankie Burke is on the ball and he goes backwards, but surely that's kickable for the likes of Damien Comer from outside the 45 with a strong breeze. And now Frankie goes for a bit of an up and under, and this one is out to the right hand side and wide. Well, I'm sorry, but that is just ridiculous.
I was watching Damien there, though, as the free was taken. He looks like he's in a bit of discomfort there. He's not moving. He's not moving well. It's a strange enough one, but because, like, as you said, Ollie, that's a kickable free for someone with the ability of Damien Comer, like.
Yeah, I couldn't understand how Frankie would end up taking a shot further out from where the free was. Anthony Coyne goes down the middle. Easy catch in the centre of the field from Liam Murphy, who thought about continuing, and now the referee might be inclined to hop the ball. No, he's saying it's a free to Milltown, who take it from the wrong place. Everything is going completely haywire here. And in the end, Milltown are probably a little bit lucky to be able to get the free to take it again, as Cathal Blake from the middle of the field now goes sideways towards Sam Feary. Coming up the right-hand touchline. He's got support in Niall Costello. Might go at the outside of the right here. No, turns it back to Sam Feary, and that's pretty much any chance of a point as the effort comes in from distance. That's really just dropping it into the goalkeeper's hands there from Liam Costello. That wasn't what the doctor ordered from a Milltown perspective. An easy catch for Owen Curry, and he starts another attack. I'm sure the Milltown management overly endeared with dropping a ball into the goalkeeper's hands. A point apiece, though. 12 minutes have gone by, and now Annaghdown have a chance to go in front. Little pop pass to Damien Comer, moving out towards the 45.
Yeah,
no support. He's not in good shape at all, and he's holding the groin. It's a problem as Annaghdown win themselves a free, but I think everybody's just looking at Damien Comer. They're loath to take him off, but I think everybody knows that all championship season, all league season, Damien Comer, he's looking out to the sideline. Now, psychologically, even if he was to come off, it would be a disaster for Annaghdown.
Yeah, it would, yeah. And look at it, even the presence he has, even probably he was just standing around the square, Milltown have to be attracted to him, because we all know like what he's capable of when a high ball goes in.
The problem is, Park, is he going to do damage out there playing on?
That's the other side of it. From a personal note for himself, he could do a lot more damage, and he could be out for a lot longer than expected.
Here's the free for Annaghdown. It's going to drop into the house and into the goalkeeper, Anthony Coyne, who normally the goalkeeper gets a free when they're challenged in the small square, but he was allowed to play the ball after being shouldered, and Milltown come away with it. Driving up is Liam Costello along the right-hand touchline, close to the line though, out over the sideline. He just ran out of railroad there, ran out of room. Well shepherded, it must be said, by Diarmuid Kilcommons. Two men I'm sure who know each other from Galway training. Kilcommons now, who's got the only point for Annaghdown, goes back towards Frankie Burke, tries to return the favour. In there is Colin Brennan, but misses the ball, and now Kilcommons outside of the right can kick it in, but nobody back there minding the house. Only a Milltown defender, and that was all too easy in the end for Milltown to come out from defence. And in the end, there's a foul on Jack Curran that leads to a free, and Sam Fearick is the man who's going to take it. And the half is ticking on, and well, you just wonder, from an Annaghdown perspective, are they going to make a switch? Milltown at the other end, though, the ball is dropped by Aaron Connolly. And now Annaghdown can come down the other end of the field, but Damien Comer is in big trouble. And
yeah, it's the groin.
They've lost into Malarkey. Surely they're not going to lose their talisman also in the first half. He's going to try and play on for another few minutes. Is there anybody to kick a point here for Annaghdown? Coming on the shoulder. Here's an opportunity for Dara Hegarty. Hegarty, as he pulled back, referee says play on. Thought about giving a free and then said no. Back it goes to Damien Comer. Milltown had ignored him because he was getting treatment. And now Comer from outside the 45, hobbling badly, clearly affected by the groin injury. Gives it back to Jeremy Kilcommons. Is he going to have a shot at a post? He's got one already. Pops it out. Milltown need to be mindful that it's Frankie Burke shooting now from distance. And Frankie puts it over the bar. And Annaghdown take the lead.
Yeah, that's a great score. Great patience from Annaghdown. Got down the left-hand side, came out. Saw the gap, got Frankie Burke, a shooter on the ball, and it's a great score from Frankie.
Into the first quarter, 2-1, Annaghdown lead. A very low-scoring game against Milltown. And Damien Comer, he's going to continue as Anthony Coyne takes an excellent kick out towards this near side where the ball is dropped by Niall Costello, but he's time to pick it up. And Milltown can start again inside their own 45. They'll probably be marginally the happier of the two teams right now, given the flow of the game. Colin Brennan is in lots of space on the 45 at the opposite end of the field, being tracked by Liam Murphy. He's already on a yellow, so he has to be careful. Plays it inside to Owen Mannion. Back it goes to Brennan. Coming in along the inline though, no one to aim at. Goes to ground, and this will be recycled back out the field. Lovely little chip pick up by Owen Mannion. Does very well. Mannion tried to take a return pass, but the man who loses the ball in the tackle is Shane Connolly, and Annaghdown come away with the ball. All a bit too tight there for Milltown.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, look, they kind of ran down into a cool attack, and there was Annaghdown bodies there, and they've turned over the ball now and started another attack.
Up the other end it goes to Comer, goes for a high up and under. Frankie Burke, and it's missed completely by Anthony Coyne. And in the end, it's a wonderful bit of defending right on the goal line. Sam Fearick saves a certain goal, missed completely by Anthony Coyne. The long ball from Comer almost ended up in the net, but Sam Fearick has saved the day for Milltown.
He has, and look at it, it was a big high ball in on top of someone like Frankie Burke. You're kind of wondering, but my God, did it cause a good few problems.
In the end, you'd have to say that's a brilliant bit of defending.
It is, yeah, and to keep committed to the run, like he probably could have trusted his keeper there, stopped and didn't continue the run, but he continued on the run and got back and got the hand on it.
Well, he clearly didn't trust his keeper. He judged that Anthony Coyne was going to miss it and ran back on the goal line and then saved it from going into the net. Now, will it end up in a 45 being pointed by Annaghdown? It's out to the left-hand side and wide. So Sam Fearick has saved the day for Milltown. The 45 goes out to the left-hand side and wide. And that was a real moment of danger. And, you know, it's kind of freak goals like that can be so crucial in a game.
Yeah, exactly. And we've probably seen in the All-Ireland semi-final for Galway, the freak goal for Paul Conroy. Like, it was just, they're so critical in games now. Like, and high ball like that causes so much problems.
Annaghdown, though, are enjoying a little bit spell of dominance here, and now they've got a 4-on-2 overlap from the goal kick. Are they going to get a score? Lovely ball from Frankie, but a big hit, and this is wonderful defending, but the referee says that there was a free in for a late hit.
I think it's
we'll
a hit
watch
here on
as
Dara
the ball
Hegarty
came across into the front. It is a foul. The challenge came in on Dara Hegarty. The referee says it was shoulder to the front. Dara Hegarty felt the after effects, and I think the referee is fully entitled to give that decision. The shoulder came in from Sam Fearick, but it wasn't shoulder to shoulder. It was as Hegarty gathered the ball in front, and he is still feeling the after effects. So I don't think anyone from Milltown can have any complaints.
Yeah, they can't. No, it's a foul, all right. Like, obviously at first it probably didn't look it, but when you see back the replay, it's a foul, all right, and it's a tap over score here for Frankie Burke.
That'll put Annaghdown 3-1 up, and on 18 minutes it's a score that they definitely needed, albeit it's still very, very low scoring. I think the referee has just gone to check and make sure that it is Sam Fearick, the number 5. So he's gone from hero to villain, kind of, in the space of a few moments. But Sam Fearick will pick up the second yellow card of the game for that challenge. And yellow issued. Milltown a little bit disappointed with the yellow, but that's one apiece. Liam Murphy picking up a yellow for Annaghdown. Sam Fearick for Milltown. And for Frankie Burke, it'll be the easiest of easy points for him, as he just waits for our match referee to give the signal to carry on with the game. Into the town goal, backed by the breeze. This should be meat and drink for the Corrib-siders, as Frankie pops it over the bar. And on 19 minutes, Annaghdown go in front by 3 points to 1, but It's been a real slow burner, hasn't it, Paul?
It has, yeah, and similar enough kind of nearly to the game before it, and it's just been exactly the same. Both teams are kind of feeling each other out and kind of seeing what they are, and then a lot of easy turnovers, I suppose, and just not creating too much chances at the moment.
Linesman Dandy Kelly is coming in to have a word to see what's the problem here. He just says there seems to be a little bit of off the ball stuff going on, but I don't think it's anything to get too excited about. Holds the game up for a few seconds. Let's see how Anthony Coyne gets on with this kick out. He goes straight down the middle. Underneath it is Cathal Blake, one-handed, brilliant catch from Blake, and he's got the man on the shoulder. Wonderful work. Milltown now with a two-man overlap. Wonderful play. Here it comes to Liam Costello. Should be a score, and Liam Costello puts it up and over the bar. All credit to Milltown. They clearly rehearsed that, but still Blake has to show huge strength in the middle of the field to hold off his man, catch it one-handed, and then get the move up towards Liam Costello to point.
He does, yeah. He uses his body so well, probably the experience of him, and then as he's falling to the ground, the little offload is so key and gets that little bit of space, then offloads to Liam Costello, and it's a great score from Liam.
20 minutes on the clock. Annaghdown 3 points, Milltown 2. And it's Annaghdown now, straight from the kick out, who worked the ball forward. Stephen Curley. Toe to hand on the 45, looking for support. The man outside him is Jack Dowd. Jack is going to switch it over to the right hand flank, where coming into play and looking for possession is Darragh McAndrew. He goes back to Frankie. Frankie Burke, left-handed, punches it inside towards the waiting arms of Ryan Sheridan. Back to Jeremy Kilcummins, goes around a couple of challenges, and in the end the referee says a pullback by Cathal Blake and a free into Annaghdown. A very, very soft free again to give away, needlessly so. But as Kilcummins stepped inside Cathal Blake, a little pullback of the arm and a cheap free to give away.
It is, yeah. It's a cheap free, as you say. Like, it's that lazy arm tackle instead of probably moving your feet, adjusting your feet, and just unfortunately probably gives Annaghdown another easy enough scoreable chance here for Frankie Burke.
Yeah, these soft frees are causing Milltown a problem, because right now it's going to edge Annaghdown 4-2 in front. 3 points on the board for Annaghdown. 2 of those are Frankie Burke frees. This will be a third. Those 3 frees are keeping Annaghdown in front. That's if he gets it. He should, and does. Frankie Burke drops it up and over the bar. So on 21 and a half minutes, Frankie Burke is the man who's really profiting from Milltown's indiscretions, and that free from 30 metres out makes it 4 points to 2. Milltown won't be overly dissatisfied, but you'd have to say it's a game that has not caught fire just yet. The men in maroon lead. Damien Comer seems to be moving a little bit more freely, but you'd again have to say that the referee is watching for a little bit of off the ball pushing by Liam Murphy, and he's penalised him again. Milltown trying to get underway with a long range quick free, and that really wasn't to plan, because Annaghdown had a sweeper and that was rather easy to intercept that one. Poor play from Milltown to give that one away. Give the ball straight back after getting the decision from the kick out, and now Liam Murphy can drive through the middle off the right. Lovely little low ball, but again to nobody in particular, and that will trickle harmlessly out over the end line. Sad to say, there's been an awful lot of unforced errors here, Porrick.
Yeah, there has, and probably that one there. It's just a little hand pass inside to Frankie instead of trying to kick it in along the ground. And yeah, you've touched it there, Ollie. It's the unforced turnovers. Even you've seen it from Milltown there. The experience of Cathal Blake, and he just balloons a ball inside and into really nothing, I suppose. Like, it's a 3v1 with the sweeper back there. Like,
Niall Costello showed up for the short kick out for Milltown. Now he's driving forward. Might have to flick the ball backwards towards the waiting arms of Sean Blake. Of course, the older brother Diarmuid is still on the sideline. Still a tugging for Milltown and offering himself up as an option. Up at the other corner, the ball is thrown. So it's going to be a free out for Annaghdown. The man penalised is Sam Fearick. Just bottled up by both Annaghdown midfielders and nowhere to go. Concedes the free. Annaghdown back on their own goal line. Now start to work the ball forward. This is all the hallmarks of a game that's going to go right down to the wire. Very, very tight. Nice little hand pass into space. Who's going to be there? Oh, it's very well intercepted.
Niall Costello.
As Niall Costello is playing a good game here. Off it goes to Liam Costello. Should have offloaded the ball but didn't. Held on to it, and now he's been bottled up by Jeremy Kilcommons, but doing very well to work that ball forward as Jack Curran, and got Milltown out of a sticky situation there. The crowd doing their best to try and urge both of these sides to better effort, but they haven't had too much to shout about in the opening half. Of course, the unfortunate injury to Enda Malarkey in the opening minute didn't help things either. We wish him well. The Annaghdown full-back going off injured. Milltown with Niall Costello soloing forward. Nice play from Mike Martin, just going for a little jog and spraying the ball across the far side, where coming into the play is Keith Mannion. Little chip over the top, but too far, and another opportunity gone a begging for Milltown as goalkeeper Owen Curry decides wisely to come out and keep the ball in play. Could have let it go for a goal kick, but decided to play it, and it's a profitable decision because now Milltown are caught on the back foot and Annaghdown can really counter-attack at speed here. Good work from the Annaghdown captain. Off it goes towards Ryan Sheridan, looking for space, looking to try and get it through to Jack Dowd now. Dowd pointing inside. There isn't a single Annaghdown player to aim at inside the 20-metre line.
Yeah, it's mad. It's like they're all congested in between the 45 and 65-metre line here, like, and it's so lethargic and slow, like build up, which is very unlike when you have someone like Damien Comer and Frankie Burke inside, absolute sharpshooters that you just get the ball in as quick as possible to the two men and let them come on the loop and give them free shots at the goal.
Well, Damien Comer is being marked over there by Jack Curran, which is understandable, but he isn't really offering much of a threat, simply because I would say he's injured at the moment. And right now a ball picked clean off the ground, but has led to a free in for Annaghdown. A bit of fortune there for Stephen Curley, but missed by the match referee, and a free that I think Milltown won't be happy about when they see it in replay.
No, they won't be happy about that one. Look at it, it's one he's missed, all right. He's picked it clean off the ground, but then it's a late tackle came in from Milltown again, but it's still another easy opportunity again for Annaghdown to add to their scores.
And it's all frees that are keeping Annaghdown in front. 3 of their 4 points have come from frees. This will be 4 out of 5 if this is landed, as it's chipped high up and over the bar. A simple score, not going to be missed on that occasion. Stephen Curley makes the most of that decision, and Annaghdown now lead by 5 points to 2, and that, in the context of how tight this game is a healthy lead.
It is, yeah, it sure is, and we all know, like, you see it even with that wind, like the frees are so important. They're 35, 40 yards out, and that wind nearly just carries the ball over, so it does.
Breaking ball in the middle of the field. Milltown have profited from quite a few breaks in the centre of the pitch, so they'll be quite happy with how the midfield sector is doing. Lovely ball with the outside of the right from Mike McWalters. Excellent skill. Milltown just waiting for Cathal Blake to get to his feet. He's somewhat groggily, and Milltown have done very well here to try and hold on to the ball, but they're under serious pressure, and the referee eventually gives the free. But I tell you what, they were heading backwards there and going nowhere fast, and I think there was genuine concern that the ref was going to penalise
They were damn lucky there.
Sean Blake there for over carrying, but they got away with it.
Yeah, they sure did, and they were lucky because Keith Mannion was put under immense pressure from Lee Murphy and Owen Reddington. So
now Milltown can counter-attack. Let's see how this one works out for Jack Curran. As he drives forward, he gives it to Colin Brennan, but again has to turn backwards and really not knowing where to look, and eventually goes back to Niall Costello. There's just a bit of a lack up front of Milltown to get the ball to the right man in the right position going forward. An incisiveness that's needed up front. Pretty easy for Annaghdown to defend. 5-2, Annaghdown lead. Cathal Blake just about getting rid of that one. Again, Colin Brennan taking a couple of touches before he gets it into the hand, and it's all very, very slow.
It is, yeah, and it's probably Annaghdown will probably happy enough that they're not even breaking inside the 65-metre line. They're so far away from the goal, and Annaghdown are getting numbers up to make contact with body, and when they get into anywhere, it looks like Annaghdown are working like dogs here. Dogs. Yeah,
they really are putting in a big shift. Cathal Blake trying to work the ball from the arms of Aaron Connolly into Keith Mannion. Mannion is happy to go back infield. Nice ball from Blake. Oh, lovely pass. Here's a chance now for Milltown, bursting through the centre. Big shoulder, but an illegal one. The referee says there was a foul initially on Sean Blake. It was a pullback. The hit from Damien Comer was fine. The foul was before that. Damien is pleading his innocence. The referee, Martin Flaherty, is explaining it wasn't your shoulder.
Time, at least 5 minutes.
And with 5 minutes to be added, most of that for the injury to Enda Malarkey, it gives Milltown a chance to pull it back to 5-3. And you do get a sense, Pádraig, on a day like today that, you know, all of these scores coming towards the end of the first half are important in terms of the energy for the teams going in at the break, and just helping with, I suppose, how the team talk would go at half time. I think it's a big difference for Milltown if they go in only 2 down.
It is, yeah, it sure is. And like it kind of changes probably the tactics of anything any manager had ready for the going in, and any score he had, it's only 2 points. We've seen how much that wind has aided a few of the frees that Annaghdown have kicked, so it can be critical in some parts.
Right, there's a little bit of a delay here while Milltown look at making a change. The man who will be coming in for Milltown, whether it's a permanent or a temporary substitution, is Johnny Hines. But there is trouble, and it looks like it's for Sean Blake. And if Sean goes off, as the free is taken by the referee, says carry on, Owen Mannion puts it over the bar, bang on 30 minutes. But I think that looks like a hamstring and a problem for Sean Blake, and this is a permanent substitution. Big blow for Milltown.
Yeah, it is a big blow. He was experienced. He made a great run there to win that free. He made a great run off the shoulder, one of the down players, and yeah, look, his experience will be key coming down the stretch as well for Milltown.
Now he's holding his hamstring, and he knows that he done the right thing, because what you don't do is exacerbate an injury like that and stay on the pitch. So Johnny Hines is in. Again, plenty of experience as well. Annaghdown coming forward. Liam Murphy jinking left and right. Is he going to go straight at the goals? He is, but Sam Fearick is back there to get a touch, and it's picked up by the new man in, Johnny Hines, who gets on with the game. Referee says play on, but Milltown very slow to come to attack the ball, and in the end it's picked up very well, almost bouncing off an Annaghdown man, Jack Curran, and Milltown can counter-attack. There's a bit of energy in the men in blue now. Coming towards the end of the first half. Looked like a double hop there for a moment that Milltown might have got away with. Colin Brennan offloading it, but in the end Milltown got away with it. Possession back, and in the end it looked like a foul. Should be a free in, and is. Pádraig Godwin, the man whose initial shot was blocked, and then as he went to pick up the ball, and then a down player just kind of fell on him, and in the end it's a pretty easy decision. The foul is against Owen Reddington, and it gives an opportunity to Owen Mannion to kick a second free. We were talking about Annaghdown profiting from Milltown giving away frees. Well, the shoe is on the other foot if Mannion can land this one. It's difficult though. Outside the D, strikes it right footed up and over the bar though. And those 2 frees from Owen make it 5-4. Annaghdown still in front, but now the gap is just 1.
Exactly, and it's a strange because Annaghdown looked like they were in kind of control, and they had building, creating different types of attacks, but now Milltown has brought us back to a 1-point game, and Annaghdown will start to panic for the next 3 or 4 minutes before half time.
They'll feel they'll need a couple of scores to give themselves the cushion that their territory and possession would feel they deserve. Diarmuid Kilcommon's coming forward again. Got the opening score, hasn't had a shot since, might be thinking about it now. Lovely incisive run out to the right hand touchline where Owen Reddington comes in from the corner flag, but it's forced back out the field. Milltown packing the defence now and feel that there's maybe an equaliser in them. Lovely play from Liam Costello. Worked its way in towards Mike Martin. Now he's the furthest Milltown man forward, so he's going to have to find support from somewhere. Runs into a couple of challenges and then does very well to use his experience to turn around and recycle the ball.
He did, yeah. It looked like he was about to take off, and then he just spun twice and got away from the tackles. He done well.
Milltown doing very well to hold on to the ball, but there's almost a ferocious work rate from Annaghdown, and I just wonder as well, Pádraig, can they keep this level of energy up for a full 60 minutes? Because some of the ground that they're covered right now, a lot of these players I'd say will be panting at half time. The GPS is showing a lot of kilometres on the clock already.
Yeah, definitely, and they're so aggressive in the tackle as well. It's obviously something that Norman O'Brien has added to the Annaghdown team. They're really aggressive and they work really hard, so their GPS data will be quite high at half time.
Well, there's poor play from Pádraig Godwin. He's given the ball away to Frankie Burke, just soloed it out of his hands and given the ball back to Annaghdown, and that will be a big disappointment for Milltown's manager Jimmy Lyons, the Ahamore man. Of course, an All-Ireland Colleges winner with St. Jarlath's College back in the day. I think we were all back in the day at some point, weren't we? But it's Annaghdown now who can finish the half. A minute to go to the break. 5 points to 4. Annaghdown in front by 1. But they'll have a chance to make that 2. Here's a mark if it comes to Comer. Put the hand up and then play it on. So the referee couldn't give it. And now off the left goes for the point. Super strike. Damien Comer with a fabulous point. Finally, Damien Comer gets off the mark with almost the last action of the first half. That's why they're leaving him on. The magic spray seems to be keeping him going. He's clearly nowhere near 100%. He's probably not even at 70%, but I think Damien Comer at 10%, you'd leave him on the field provided you feel you're not doing a permanent damage to him.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It looks like the discomfort is his right groin, obviously, so it was an absolutely superb score there with off his left. He claimed it, nearly called the mark, and then just came around on the loop and scored a fantastic score with his left foot.
Milltown have conceded from the kick out as well, broken down by Liam Murphy to Dara Hegarty, who's fouled, and Annaghdown will have one last attack. There's a couple of seconds left. They will get another chance of a point. This is a chance to put 3 in it, and the shot comes in and goes wide from Stephen Curley, the last shot of the half. What a difference that would have made.
Yeah, it sure would have, and we were just saying it, we were kind of saying it there ourselves when they had 3 minutes to go. They needed to get maybe 2 or 3 more scores, and that was the opportunity.
That's half time, you would think. Referee though allows the kick out. It's taken short from Anthony Coyne to Sam Firk. We're gone past the 5 minutes, and there will be a last attack for Milltown. Annaghdown will probably be saying it should have been the half-time whistle, but Milltown will have one last offered opportunity here. So Aaron Connolly goes to ground, pops it back to Costello. Liam Costello across it, flicked towards Niall Costello. Needs to get a shot off here. Mike Martin, referee, is inclined to blow half-time maybe here unless Sam Firk can get one off. Fires the ball off. Here he goes to Colin Brennan, toe to hand, had a chance to have a shot, didn't take it. Mike Martin, still the referee is inclined to let this attack finish. Niall Costello off the left, this will be a big score, and he's got it, up and over the bar. Well, we went way past the 5 minutes to 6, and now there is the half time, and what could have been the half time whistle from the Milltown kick out has ended in a point at the other end. We said how important was Damien Comer's point. Well, how important is that effort from Milltown's Niall Costello?
It's a super score as well from him, and yes, it's so important. It was, as we were saying, Annaghdown probably going in with a 2 point, probably coming out the next 10 minutes trying to control the game, and now they're going in with 1 point, and we all know what that wind is like. Shots will be coming probably 50 yards. We know Mike Martin does like to shoot from distance. Liam Costello, we're in for a battle in this second half.
It's delicately poised. Milltown maybe marginally the happier of the two teams, but I don't think there was ever going to be much between these two at the end of the game, and at half time there is just the minimum. An enthralling second half to look forward to in the Galway Senior Football Championship in Tuam Stadium, but at the break it's Annaghdown by 1. The half time score, Annaghdown 6 points, Milltown 5 points. Come back to us for the second half in just a couple of minutes.
QFinancial.ie got the price and advice for me.
Pension auto-enrolment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
QFinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
Still in possession, Annaghdown looking for the first shot at the post, and it's a decent effort. It's over the bar. A super score from Diarmuid Kilcommon goes as Milltown try and launch an effort from Owen Mannion, which is unerring, up and over the bar. One already pops it out. Milltown need to be mindful that it's Frankie Burke shooting now from distance, and Frankie puts it over the bar. And Annaghdown take this to Comer, goes for a high up and under. Frankie Burke, and it's missed completely by Anthony Coyne. And in the end, drink for the Corrib-siders as Frankie pops it over the bar. And on 19 minutes, Milltown now with a two-man overlap. Wonderful play. Here it comes to Liam Costello. Should be a score. And Liam Costello puts it up and over the bar. Down in front. So he gets it. He should. He does. Frankie Burke drops it up and over the bar. So this will be 4 out of 5 if this is landed, as it's chipped high up and over the bar. A simple score. Not going to be missed. He can land this one. It's difficult though. Outside the D, strikes it right footed up and over the bar though. And those two frees from Owen laid on. So the referee couldn't give it, and now off the left goes for the point. Super strike, Damien Comer with a fabulous point. Finally, still the referee is inclined to let this attack finish. Niall Costello off the left. This will be a big score, and he's got it up and over the bar. Well, We're almost ready to go with the second half here in Tuam Stadium. Annaghdown leading Milltown by 6 points to 5 as the darkness really starts to descend on Tuam Stadium. I suppose this time of year you would be hopeful for a bright evening, but it's far from that. But this game, very, very delicately poised. There was one goal in the game last year, Pádraig Cunningham. Milltown got it, and it proved to be the decisive score as they got through by 2 points. Do you see either side getting a goal in this game?
Look at it, like there was one, probably wasn't really much opportunities in that first half, but in terms of second half, I think Annaghdown will probably need that 6 points again so a goal probably is the best way of form of attack in terms of with the wind, how strong it is here, and that's what they'll probably look for, maybe a ball inside to Damien and try build off like that, I'd say, and get Stephen Curley or Jack Dowd or Frankie Burke running off the shoulder.
Yeah, you definitely say right now, if you were to pick a winning tally, 12 points wouldn't be a bad shout for either of these sides. But Annaghdown finally emerge for the second half, and we keep a close eye to see that Damien Comer re-emerges as well. They have certainly introduced a player at half-time, if not two. Ian Burke is on, wearing number 18, and David Quinn, wearing number 20, is on. So methinks that Damien Comer will not be re-emerging for the second half. It looks pretty certain. So, here he comes. Here he comes. So he has trotted out. He is deeply uncomfortable. I mean, it's very obvious that he's nowhere near fitness, but they have taken the decision. Even the Milltowns were asking here at half-time, do you think will Comer finish the game? It's hard to know, but Annaghdown clearly feel they can't do without him. He will be there for the throw-in, but we'll tell you about the two players they have taken off in a moment. But Annaghdown have made two changes at the break. Let's watch Martin Flaherty throw the ball in. Now, will Milltown have learned from the first half throw-in when Damien Comer literally caught the ball and ran through unhindered right to the 20-metre line? So Milltown will have to get their tactics a bit better on this one. But Cathal Blake is standing a good 6 metres away from where the referee is throwing it and is attempting to come in then and misses it because the ball wasn't thrown high enough up. And Milltown are caught exactly the same as the first half. They haven't learned their lesson. Back it comes. A chance for Annaghdown to get the first score of the half, and it's chipped in high up and over the bar. A super score. Stephen Curley, the man to have got it. And really, from Milltown's perspective, you'd have to say that it was another shambles of a throw-in.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And Cathal Blake, as you were saying, Ollie, he stood so far back from it. I don't know why he's given someone like the likes of Damien Comer that much space to run and attack you, and the build of the man, and we know how well he can jump. Well,
it's a giveaway point, and now, straight from the kick-out, it's been intercepted by Annaghdown. And driving through, they've conceded a free, a pullback on Diarmuid Kilcommons, and an opportunity now for Annaghdown to get another score. So it's been a disaster start to the second half for Milltown. Straight from the throw-in, they've conceded a point, and from the very next kick-out, they've given an opportunity now for Dara Hegarty to double their advantage, and he goes short because Milltown are asleep. Frankie Burke could try and work a goal here. Hegarty jinking across, and in the end taps it up and over the bar, which he could have done with the free anyway. But Dara Hegarty profiting, as Milltown haven't even come out of the dressing rooms yet for the second half. 8-5.
That's exactly it. There's only about 90 seconds gone in the second half, and they've extended their lead to 3. It's probably smart thinking from Dara Hegarty. He probably wasn't fully sure he'd score with that breeze. Got a short off Frankie, worked it into the edge of the penalty box and just taps it over then.
8 points to 5. Annaghdown now looking far more comfortable, and Milltown with Cathal Blake trying to win the ball in the middle of the field, but he drops it. Annaghdown win it, and it looks like they're going to win the free. No, over carrying, says the match referee, which is a little bit on the harsh side there against Jack Dowd. Not sure what Jack could have done in that scenario. It looked like he was bottled up with Mike McWalters hanging out of him, but the free goes to Milltown, and they'll be happy with that. But it was a lightning start to the second half for Annaghdown, and pretty poor for Milltown, who have to start all over again with Liam Costello trying to play it to the inside line, but a poor ball missed by Mike Martin. And now Annaghdown trying to get a free out. Referee says no, over carrying, and another free in. This time looks like it's against Ryan Sheridan.
Yeah, it's
bounced the
Ryan
ball. Liam Costello, was that 2-arm tackle? Referee says it's a free in. You'd have to say it's harsh.
Yeah, it is harsh, to be fair. It looked like there was 2-arm tackling there from Liam Costello and grabbing around him, so like it's a harsh foul, but look, it's an opportunity now for Mike Martin to cut the gap.
Well, it'll pull it back to 8-6 if it does, and Milltown will feel that they will be back into the game again as Martin with the free strikes it, puts it over the bar. The game has certainly picked up a notch. 3 minutes in, we've already had 3 points, and that Mike Martin free makes it 8-6. A lot of movement down on the sideline. Looks like Annaghdown have made another change. Cian Heavey is into the game, so they've been very active on the sideline. Damien Comer throws the ball out over the sideline. Referee might bring it forward because of that, and will. The ball on the terrace side of Tuam Stadium went off the Annaghdown man, out over the line. He then got the ball and unceremoniously fired it behind him. So the referee brings it forward about 20 metres and infield, more importantly. So the man going off again is Cian Heavey. Looked like that was a temporary. Milltown trying to hold on to the ball on this near side. Possession with Colin Brennan through the centre. Gets it off to Costello, bursts through a couple of challenges. Here's a shot from distance from Colin Brennan, and from 20 metres out, puts it up and over the bar. Very tight control from Milltown. Lovely ball from Aaron Connolly. In it goes.
Liam Costello, and
through Liam Costello onto Colin Brennan and over the bar. Milltown did very well to get that ball over the bar.
Yeah, they sure did, and it was just a hard runner off the shoulder from Liam Costello. And it's another tap over score and brings it back to a 1-point game again.
4 minutes in, we've already had 4 points. And this time Annaghdown get the free. Somewhat ironic, says the referee. He's now turning and he's looking to bring the ball forward, and does. Game has opened up a little bit. Annaghdown coming forward again with Dara Hegarty on the 45. Plays it on a little 1-2 on the overlap with Dara Meehan. Now goes for the shot. This is ambitious. It's across the face of the goal and wide. A lot of shots going wide on that right-hand side, Pádraig. It would suggest that that's the direction the breeze is going, albeit the wind has dropped considerably.
Yeah, it has dropped considerably, but if that wind is blowing, it is probably blowing that straight across, pulling it out to the right-hand side.
Here's the kick out, drops in the middle of the field. Oh, great catch in the middle of the field. It looks like Colin Brennan that got it, and did well to hang on to that. And Milltown have picked up after a nightmare start off the ball. Looked like there was a hit on Costello in the middle. Oh, poor play in the end. The ball has been dropped over there by Shane Connolly, and a great chance for Milltown has gone a-begging, and they could pay the price here. Coming up along the touchline, heavy tackle going in from Mike McWalters, but referee says play on. Damien Comer met with a couple of challenges, the last one coming in from Jack Kerron, and that's going to be a free. A little finger wag there from Liam Costello to the linesman, and the referee is being advised to have a word.
I think there was the off the ball incident there with Liam Costello,
one of the Annaghdown players. He's looking around for a number over on this near side. The linesman and the Annaghdown management are having a conflab, but there is a yellow card over there. Looks like it's gone to Ryan Sheridan, the number 2. So a yellow card brandished to number 6. Diarmuid Kilcommons getting the yellow. So Diarmuid picking up the yellow card, and Annaghdown more importantly with possession, but Milltown having a great chance in the last attack on a-begging. Oh, a heavy tackle coming in. And I tell you what, the hits are going in now.
They sure are.
And this is going to be a problem, I would think, for Mike McWalters. He's come off worse with his right knee, but that was reckless, to say the least. The challenge went in on Diarmuid Kilcommons.
It's like it's nearly a knee into the side of the head he's after getting.
Well, the referee's going to have to take action here, because there's 1 or 2 challenges flying in now, Pádraig, and they are gone beyond borderline.
Yeah, they definitely are, and that one there now, he came very late, and as James was probably being fouled, he was falling, and then the late contact with the knee, it looks like he has caught him in the head, all right. He will have to vanish a yellow card, you'd imagine, for something like that.
Well, it's a free in for Annaghdown and a chance for Dara Hegarty. Now it is from distance, and he did go short with the last one, which was even nearer than this, so watch for the runner from Frankie Burke. Johnny Hines is his closest marker. I think he's going to go short again, and does, into the gap. Milltown caught napping again, pull of the jersey, should be a free in, and in the end it is on the 20-metre line. There was 2 fouls in there, but again Milltown very, very slow to read what seemed a very obvious tactic. The man caught napping there was Aaron Connolly. Little tug at the jersey and a late hit, so this is going to be a tap over point. He was always going to go short.
Yeah, he was, and look at it, it's really smart from Annaghdown. Like, they've kept Dara Meehan keeps his width in the attack there, and just makes a late run when he knows when Dara's ready to take the free. Late run, bursts through right at the heart, and wins the tap over free for Frankie.
9-7, Annaghdown now lead. We have played 8.5 minutes of the second half. And this game continues to balance delicately. Middle of the field. Good catch from Colin Brennan. But a poor ball as he tried to get it across on the far side. Does well to somehow rectify. Another heavy hit going in. My God, I tell you one thing. He
could do it coming out with a few cards, maybe just like it's the really, really late tackles that are coming in. Like,
yeah, that one again looked like it was Ryan Sheridan who's on a yellow. Oh, well, wasn't on a yellow, sorry. It was the man who came in at the start. It was Dermot Kilcommons who's on the yellow, and Liam Murphy. But it has definitely ratcheted up a notch in the physical stakes.
Definitely, yeah.
9 minutes into the second period. It's Annaghdown by 2, 9 points to 7. Milltown attacking the town goal with whatever breeze is in it in the second half. And this game is going from end to end. Great incisive run. Opportunity now for Milltown at the other end. Mannion coming through. Might go for a goal, but in the end, blasted up and over the bar. Owen Mannion. Well, the umpire, it has to be a point, one would think. On this near side, Dandy Kelly is pointing that it is a score and the point will go up on the board. But the umpire was somewhat in a dubious position there. But I think that's something we have seen in recent years as well, that the linesmen are now working much better with the referee in terms of being behind those diagonal shots.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for umpires to see those shots because they're so quick.
But it's right in front of them as well, so it's so difficult to see.
Point awarded for Owen Mannion. And Milltown are back within 1. 9 points to 8. They come again. Cathal Blake goes for the outside of the right. Beautiful ball. And Mark, what a pass. And that's going to be brought in. An absolutely fantastic pass. 65 metres out. That is one of the few examples that we've seen of the advance mark being a real positive in Gaelic games. What a kick and what a catch.
Yeah, what a kick and what a catch, exactly it. And great long distance ball outside of the boot, right down the throat of O'Manion, and a lovely mark and a great score.
Well, that's the best example I've seen in a long, long time of a forward mark tapped over the bar by Owen Mannion, and the sides are level in the blink of an eye at 9 points apiece. But what a bit of play from Cathal Blake to kick that one in there. And 2 points in the space of 45 seconds have Milltown back level at 9 points apiece. Just these sides have a history of being very close together, but it's the first time that the teams have been level since the start of the game. And Annaghdown have been in front right from the start, and now Milltown have a chance to take the lead for the first time. Colin Brennan gets it across to Shane Connolly. Little looping pass to Cathal Blake, feeds it back. Connolly off the right, should be the lead score. Milltown hit the front. Shane Connolly, 12 minutes into the second half, has Milltown in front for the first time in the game. And again, a wonderful bit of play. Cathal Blake at the centre of it.
Exactly, yeah, and he caught the kick out and offloaded the ball, and he continued on his run, which is so important in terms. And then he gives the quick one too, and it's a super score again from Milltown.
And they keep it going is the question. And Annaghdown badly need possession, and they've got it. And they've got a counter-attack. Milltown asleep. Johnny Hines trying to get back goal slide of Jack Dowd. Dowd infield, he's got support outside him. Lovely hand pass. Here's a chance now for Annaghdown with Frankie. Jinks inside. Frankie Burke, he might be thinking about more than points. Still going forward, a lot of steps, but he had been fouled.
Yeah, I think Martin was kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt there with the steps, in terms that he was being fouled straight away from Johnny. He caught a hold of his shorts, was pulling him back. And look at it's a great move from Annaghdown. It's a great catch from Owen Renters in the middle of the field. Turned on the mark and he delivered a great ball inside to Jack Dowd, and it's a great counter-attack again from Annaghdown.
Well, you have to say this game has really improved in the second half, and we've got a right dinger of a game on our hands now. Frankie Burke with the tap over free makes it 10 points apiece. For the second time in a matter of minutes, the sides are level, but Frankie Burke with 3 frees in that opening half. He's added 2 more in the second, so 5 frees from Frankie Burke, half of Annaghdown's tally, all from close range 3. Let's see how Coyne gets on with the free, but he really should have been aware that the referee was being put under pressure by the crowd to blow for delaying the kick out. And I can never understand how a keeper just doesn't read the body language of the referee, who's just looking for any excuse to run in to hop the ball. I'm sure he's taken way more time in the first half with kickouts, but just because the crowd were on his case, he, by human nature, reacted to it and has got in now to hop the ball. And this is a big moment in the game because Damien Comer is going to catch it. He's in on goal, back of the net.
My God.
Goal for Annaghdown. An unbelievable catch, turn and blast into the back of the net. And what looked like an innocuous decision from the referee to penalise a goalkeeper for delaying the kick out has turned into be what could be the match defining goal.
It's unbelievable. Like, it's, you can, like, it is probably a match defining moment from Martin in terms of giving that hot ball, but you can't take the credit away from Damien Comer there. Jumps with one hand, catches the ball, turns, probably 3 or 4 players pulling out of him, and buries it into the top left hand corner. It's unbelievable. And now
Annaghdown can add another point as the ball is chipped in high up and over the bar. It's turned into an absolute nightmare for Milltown. Frankie Burke has already got 5. Little pop pass, and then the shot coming in from Stephen, high up and over the bar. 1-1 in 30 seconds. Only a minute ago we were talking about Milltown being 1 ahead, 10-9, when Shane Connolly pointed. Little could they tell how their world would fall apart so quickly. But that's how quickly games can turn. 1-11 to 10 points. Milltown have to do it all over again. Long ball driven to the inside line. Let's see, can they get there? Touch on that one, should be a line ball for Milltown, and is. Owen Mannion out there very quickly. I think the lucky thing for Milltown is that there's still loads of time left. 15 minutes to go. Colin Brennan has been left unmarked. Little ball back. Costello should have kicked a point. He looks like as if he's trying to work a goal, and in the end Mannion turns and puts it up and over the bar. Good work from him. The game has really opened up now.
It sure has, and we were only saying probably 5 or 6 scores to do at half time, and in 15 minutes we've already reached our intended target of 12 points. So it's kind of showed that this game has got cracked up in intensity, and both teams are really going hell for leather at each other.
Great score. 15 minutes gone. 15 to go. 1-11 to 11 and a down lead. Comer now really starting to come into the game, and with Milltown not retreating, they can get on with the game. Lovely ball, and it goes to James Kilcommons straight through the centre. Kilcommons dragged to the ground. We got a black card coming up here for certain for Keith Mannion, because Jeremy Kilcommons was in on goal. Brilliant kick pass from Damien Comer, a world-class pass to open up the Milltown defence, dragged to the ground by Keith Mannion. That'll be a black card, and Milltown will be down to 14 for the vast majority of the remainder of this game. He won't be back on until after 58 minutes, and it's another key moment that Damien Comer is involved in.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a great pluck in the middle of the field by him, and an unbelievable pass on the run to Jeremy Kilcommons. And when Jeremy Kilcommons takes off at speed like that, it's either let him through or foul him like they did. And fortunately for Keith, that's it for him, and that could be a costly black card now.
Should be a tap over point for the Annaghdown free taker on the right hand side, Dara Hegarty. Dara Hegarty makes no mistake with the free. Not alone are Milltown penalised with the point, they're also a man down. 112 to 11 points. Annaghdown now odds on favourites. Yeah,
they sure are. And look at it, it's kind of turned into a bit of a Damien Comer show the last 3 or 4 minutes. You know, he's unbelievable goal, and fetch out in the middle of the field created that great ball inside then as well. And here he is in around the middle of the park again, breaking the ball. So
Milltown win the free, however. The man fouled is Liam Costello. Gets it off. Looked like a pullback. Should be a foul, surely. Referee says no and gives the free to Annaghdown. Well, much to the chagrin of the Milltowners, a wag of the finger from Niall Costello, and he's going to get himself in big trouble here, and he's going to be picking up a significant card from the referee. You just can't react like that, regardless of how much you are wronged. We could have another black coming. Here it is. He's gone as well. Milltown down to a double black. And you just can't react like that in the game. You have to know that that is how the rules of the game are. And now Milltown find themselves down to 13 men, and this has turned into a nightmare.
It sure has, and that'll be it. That's it. No, that's the costly thing of just the back talk to the referee. It's the new rule brought in, so gives Annaghdown such an advantage now with an extra 2 men on the field.
Well, Annaghdown now are really driving for home, and it would take something extraordinary for Milltown to drag themselves from 2 men down and 4 points down with 12 minutes to go. A double black card for Milltown. You don't get much more of a kick in the teeth than that. Now they've got to kind of chance their arm and just throw them in forward. Looks like a foul being given there for a late free. Referee gives it back to Mike Martin, who then goes for the point that should be given.
Good score.
Referee says no. Blows it back. Mike Martin is somewhat bemused because he had carried on, and where Mike Martin is now taking the free is pretty much from where he had just kicked the point, but it's going to be brought back out the field. And really how quickly things have changed. Milltown have made a change. They've taken off their goalkeeper, it looks like. Well, this down to the right hand side, Anthony Coyne comes off. Milltown have changed their keeper. Jamie Malloy is in. It looks, Milltown go short with the free up the other end. Off it goes to Costello, pulled back, but referee says play on. And out it goes towards Mike Martin, who now has to start from outside the 45. And well, what should have been a kickable free with the breeze behind him. Milltown looked like they were working a goal. Ball into Sam Fearick. Lovely quick hand pass. Milltown are trying to work a goal. Here they are with 2 men down. That should be a free in, it is. And Milltown need to keep the head here, Porrick, and kick the point.
Yeah, definitely. Just keep the scoreboard moving. Like, stay in touch and distance. Like, if you're going into the closing stages of the game and there's less than a kick of a ball, and like you always have a chance. And the 2 subs coming back in, or 2 black cards coming back in, will give them a life.
Referee gives the yellow card.
Number 21, Seamus Kieran. That's number 19, Shane.
Milltown have made another change with Shane Connolly replaced by Seamus Kieran. So apart from changing goalies at the other end, on 50 minutes, Mike Martin has tapped the free over the bar. So that makes it 112 to 12. 10 minutes to go. Milltown have 6 minutes left on the double sin bin, which were about 30 seconds apart. So Annaghdown have 2 extra men. Needless to say, there's no problem with a short kick out, and they come up the field, and Annaghdown will probably say we don't want to be leaving Milltown within a goal of them with the 2 men coming back on, because there will probably be 3 or 4 minutes at the end of this, plus the 2 minutes of normal time. So Milltown could conceivably be back to the full 15, and there would still be 6-7 minutes of football left to play. Damien Comer will want to try and put this to bed. Back it goes to Kilcommon's outside of the right. Oh, it's a beautiful shot, but to the right and wide.
It's a big miss.
Looked like that was a certain score. There's really the 2 county lads know how to link up, don't they?
Yeah,
Comer to Kilcommon's, but that is a big miss.
It's a big miss, top of the D. Like, it's probably a shot you need to be taken, especially for Annaghdown. They just need to.
Malloy with the kick out towards this near side, trying to win possession there is Colin Brennan, but he's beaten to it by Johnny Craven. And Annaghdown come again. Milltown somehow have to try and gamble, and if they do have a kick out, they've got to try and work it short somehow, because kicking it out to 2 extra men is certainly not the recipe. It's 112 to 12 points. Annaghdown leading Milltown. We'll correct our scoreboard graphic in a moment. But 112 to 12, a goal between the sides. And the stopwatch very much against Milltown now, as Annaghdown come forward, looking for a score. That could put them in the insurance category. Ball is driven in, it's close to the post, it's over the bar. Super point by Dara Hegarty.
It's a great score.
That is the comfort blanket that they needed. That 4-point gap is exactly.
It's a great score and it's a great set from Stephen Curley. He's seen Dara's kind of standing in a pocket waiting for that ball, and it's a great finished execution from him.
Dara Hegarty, the man in the end with the finish. The centre of the field.
Oh, looks like something here now.
Hand pass into the centre of the field. Looked like a hand back from Milltown's Jack Curran. The referee is looking to the sideline to see if he can get some advice from either a linesman or a fourth official as to whether that's a red card offence. It's all about Jack Curran shrugging off the attentions of the Annaghdown man and to whether or not the striking action merits a red card. Milltown could be down to 12 players if he sees that as a striking offence, Porrick. What did you think?
Yeah, it looks like it is. He swung his arm back and he's probably made contact with the face. So,
well, if that's the case, Jack Curran knows he's in trouble.
Yeah.
And more importantly for Milltown, if he gets a red card, he's going to be suspended for their last group game, which is far more important now from a Milltown context against Barna than the remainder of this game. Milltown could still easily find themselves in the knockout stages of the championship, but here we are with a potential red card for their number 6 Jack Curran, which would leave them down to 12 players. Curran gets a yellow. I think if Milltown weren't with 2 men on black cards, you can bet your bottom dollar that might have been a different colour.
Yeah.
He cancels the original free to Milltown, and now it's a hot ball between Cathal Blake and Damien Comer, and somewhat ironically Cathal Blake wins the hot ball. How Milltown wish that was the case, as Damien Comer stands in front of Cathal Blake trying to take the quick ball, and now he'll bring it forward 20 metres. 113 to 12 points. Milltown are about 2 minutes away still from the first of their 2 black cards being cancelled and coming back first to 14 and then to 15. But first they need to get a score to get it back within 1. Let's see what Milltown do with this one. Nice kick pass from Mike McWalters back to Johnny Hines. He's got a man on his left looking for possession. That's Seamus Curran. Jinking inside is Jack Curran, perhaps a little fortunate to be on the pitch. Back to Mike McWalters. Jury's out on what Milltown should do here, but they could do worse maybe than just play out the time and get back to the full complement and then go for it in stoppage time. Annaghdown are getting excited because they're holding on to the ball, and holding on to the ball they still are. Wonderful bit of work by Milltown's Colin Brennan, who looked like he was fouled a couple of times but still held on to the ball a couple of times, leaned into the Annaghdown man.
It's something you see there, Ollie. It's the intensity in the tackle from Dara Hegarty there. It's one tackle, he steps back, goes again and again. It's something Norman O'Brien has really added.
Here's
to this
Mike Martin going for an ambitious one. Oh, it's an absolute world-class point from Mike Martin from the 13-metre line to give Milltown a little bit of hope. 58 seconds left on the sin bin. Who knows? 113 to 13 points, but that is a worldly point from Mike Martin.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's a great score, and stepping inside, that trademark there, Futnam, and it's an absolute peach of a score.
Super score brings it back to a goal, 113 to 13. Game has really opened up in the second half, but the indiscipline has helped in that line as well. We've had a plethora of cards, yellows all sides, but in particular, you'd have to say the 2 black cards to 2 Milltown players. Here's an ambitious one from Frankie, dropped in around the house, off the crossbar. Should be a chance of a goal. Is it a penalty? Referee says play on. Annaghdown might still get a point out of it, and the ball is tapped up and over the bar. A point effort. The goalkeeper for Milltown, who came on, isn't the tallest by any manner of means, Jamie Malloy, and the ball came back off the crossbar. He couldn't quite reach the height of it, and in the end, Annaghdown have got a point out of it, courtesy of Ian Burke, and that might be the insurance point.
It sure is, yeah, and it's good reactions from David Quinn there. Ball hits the crossbar and he's the first one to react off it. It's good, and it sets it back to a shooter, Ian Burke, and he kicks a good score to put Annaghdown 4 clear again.
114 to 13. The stopwatch tells us we have played 27 minutes. First of the black cards has finished. So The first of Milltown's black card offenders, Keith Mannion, is back on. The second one isn't. Referee just indicating that it's a mark for Damien Comer. Went to take it quickly, which he was entitled to do, but the referee is indicating that Milltown went to block the quick free, and so he's brought it in 13 metres, and this makes it now a 20-metre free for Annaghdown and a chance to put 5 between them, and that would be game over.
Yeah, it would, and it was a pure dangerous one in terms of Damien reacted quick and Stephen Curley was gone inside. It was probably a smart foul from the Milltown end in terms of just making it a point instead of being a 3-point.
Frankie Burke, though, to get his 6th point from free, drops it up and over the bar. 1:15 to 13. It'll be Annaghdown's day. All changed in one moment, and that was a hot ball by the referee gave for the Milltown goalkeeper Anthony Coyne, delaying the kick out. Damien Comer won the hop on the 20-metre line, turned and blasted all in one movement into the back of the net for the match-defining goal. An extraordinary piece of skill. Milltown's second black card is over. They've brought in Damien Brennan in place of the second black card, which of course was their number 20, Niall Costello, so he doesn't come back in. Milltown get on with the game. There's all sorts going on here on the sideline. Well, in fact, what Milltown ended up doing was they brought on their black card number
Playing with 16 there for
20, Niall Costello, as well. Failed to take off Aaron Conley, number 22, and so the short kick out has to be taken again. So sharp work on the sideline by the Galway GA officials to spot that Milltown for a couple of seconds had 16, and that's now led as Niall Costello is fouled. There's another couple of cards going to be dished out here, I would think. This time it's to Johnny Craven. And with the game won, Annaghdown just need to be careful here, because they could end up getting a couple of players sent off here. Yellow card for Johnny Craven. They don't need to get involved in anything right now. They've done the hard work.
Yeah, they have. Annaghdown just need to be smart now and be control the next 4 or 5 minutes and just get the ball back. Probably soak the game out of it and just not get anyone ill-disciplined picking up a yellow card or a black card or even a red. Well,
it has all the hallmarks of a match. They could see a red card coming in the last few seconds, but Milltown trying to work a goal. Ball into the inside line, though, is poor. It's easy for Annaghdown to win it. We've played almost 60 minutes, so we'll find out what's going to be added in a couple of moments. 3 minutes to be added, so Milltown need to get 2 goals from somewhere, and that's highly unlikely. But we are back to 15 v 15, thankfully. But the 2 black cards have been killers for Milltown.
Yeah, they have, and it kind of goes back to that moment you said where.
Well, the ball has been intercepted by Milltown. Colin Brennan coming forward, another arm laid back. Referee says play on, not inclined to give the free. Milltown look to try and kick a point, and do. It's up and over the bar when everybody stopped to see. Damien Brennan is the man to kick the point. And a down man down on the ground.
Damien Comer looks down. It looks like he got a slap in the face in that interaction with the football.
Well, the referee didn't give anything. And so at 1:15 to 14 points, he says play on. Referee urging the goalkeeper to carry on. Milltown will keep going. They've got 3 minutes to go. Ball breaks in the middle of the field. Milltown win it again. This time it's with their fullback, and that's Pádraig Godwin. He's fouled. Free to Milltown. 4 behind. Are they going to go for a bomb? Will they try and kick a point and then look for a goal in the last play of the game? Damien Brennan. He's only been on a minute. He's made a big difference. Kicked a point. Off it goes to the right hand side to Niall Costello. Coming in along the end. Back to Mike Martin. His wonder point have given Milltown a bit of hope. Can he kick another one? Mike Martin does kick another one. Super score from Mike Martin. 31 minutes and 20 seconds. There's a goal between the sides, and somehow Milltown are within a kick of the ball and getting something out of this game.
They are, and this kick out is massive, so it is, in terms of the ball going out long, and probably need to be hitting wherever Damien Comer is and trying to feel him, but he's still in the full back position.
90 seconds to go. Annaghdown 1:15, Milltown 15 points. Kick out down the middle of the field. The Milltown goalie is out. Jamie Malloy wins it. Gives a poor hand pass to Pádraig Godwin, but somehow it has worked out for Colin Brennan, who's met with a couple of heavy tackles. Tries to win a free and does. Referee giving Milltown a soft enough decision there that's driving Annaghdown daft. He's going to bring it forward now, I think, if Annaghdown don't give the ball back. Colin Brennan, a little bit fortunate to get that. Bit of a gamble from Jamie Malloy, the goalkeeper, but didn't he do well?
He did do well, to be fair. He came out, but he just, the minute he caught it, he wanted to get rid of it. So,
well, I tell you what's even dafter is that Jamie Malloy is wearing a dark coloured jersey, which looks for all the world like he's an Annaghdown player. So you can't even tell the difference. Annaghdown are trying to kill the madness by making a substitution. Referee says get on with the game. Milltown have a minute to get a goal, to get a draw out of this game, which would be utterly a bizarre finish to what's been a daft game. Ball dropped in around the house. Let's see where it breaks. Referee says that's a foul, and it'll be a free out to Annaghdown for a late hit. Wasn't a great ball in the first place by Jack Curran. Didn't carry the purchase it needed, and in the end the foul by Cathal Blake leads to a free out to Annaghdown. A yellow card as well to Cathal Blake, who could probably do with keeping his mouth shut, because the referee Martin Flaherty has already dished out a black card. Annaghdown just trying to kill the clock here. Ryan Sheridan is the man on the ground, and that might well be that in terms of the result of this game. 115 to 15 points. The goal that separated the side was an Annaghdown special, a hot ball won by Damien Comer. For the goalkeeper delaying the kick out in the eyes of the referee, there wasn't too many else complaining other than a few catcalls from the Annaghdown supporters. And what a decision it proved to be to find the game because of a moment of magic. And now it's Damien Comer with the ball on his own 20-metre line, and I think if he puts this anywhere up the field, it'll be all over. Annaghdown can't afford. Referee now is going to hop the ball. Damien Comer took too long, and now how ironic will this be if Damien Comer delaying a free leads to a hot ball on the 20-metre line in front of the Annaghdown goal. If Milltown can do a Damien Comer on it and somehow engineer a match-saving goal. It'll be hard for Milltown though, because there's 30 players back there. Annaghdown win the ball, trying to burst out of defence. Referee gives a free to Annaghdown. Just put the head down and burrowed there.
Yeah.
But I think
they done well,
Martin
to be fair.
Flaherty was anxious to try and blow this up, I think, because it's been a match of so many talking points, but thoroughly entertaining all the same. And Annaghdown can now come forward with the ball. Just don't give it away. Close to the sideline. There, he's ran out of room though. No, just kept in play. Annaghdown with possession on the halfway line. The time is well up. We've played 4.5, 3 to be added, and there will go the full-time whistle from the referee. It's all over. Annaghdown win by a goal, but you'd have to say the crowd got their money's worth. A great second half.
They sure did, and it was a superb second half in terms of intensity in and the thrilling battle it ended up being. But you have to say Damien Comer kind of stole the show for about 3 minutes and changed the game for Annaghdown.
He was the difference. He was ultimately probably the man of the match just for that cameo alone in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely he would probably be my man of the match, considering the injury he probably picked up in the first half, and he stayed plugging him and he powered through and kicked it. The goal was a piece of magic moment from him again.
Halfway through the second half, the only goal of the game came. It was a goal out of nothing. A hot ball on the 20-metre line where Damien Comer gathered possession with one arm, swiveled and blasted the ball left-footed into the corner of the net for the most unlikely of match winners. All is not lost for Milltown. They still have their 2 points on the board from the first round win over Killannon, and they know if they beat Barna in the last round, they'll be through to the knockout stages. But Annaghdown will be chuffed that they have made it 2 wins from 2. They have ended up victorious against their old rivals Milltown. They've turned the tables in the space of 12 months. My thanks to Pádraig Cunningham and to Brian Murphy on camera. To all of you for watching on Galway GA. Till next time, many, many thanks. The final scoreline from Tuam Stadium. Annaghdown 115, Milltown 15 points.
QFinancial.ie got the price and advice for me.
Pension auto-enrolment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
QFinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
Still in possession, Annaghdown looking for the first shot at the posts, and it's a decent effort. It's over the bar. A super score from Diarmuid Kilcommon goes as Milltown try and launch an effort from Owen Mannion, which is unerring, up and over the bar. One already pops it out. Milltown need to be mindful that it's Frankie Burke shooting now from distance, and Frankie puts it over the bar. And Annaghdown take this to Comer, goes for a high up and under. Frankie Burke, and it's missed completely by Anthony Coyne. And in the end, drink for the Corrib-siders as Frankie pops it over the bar. And on 19 minutes, Milltown now with a two-man overlap. Wonderful play. Here it comes to Liam Costello. Should be a score. And Liam Costello puts it up and over the bar. Down in front. So he gets it. Should. And goes. Frankie Burke drops it up and over the bar. So this will be 4 out of 5 if this is landed as it's chipped high up and over the bar. A simple score. Not going to be missed. We can land this one. It's difficult though. Outside the D, strikes it right footed up and over the bar though. And those two frees from Owen laid on. So the referee couldn't give it, and now off the left goes for the point. Super strike, Damien Comer with a fabulous point. Finally, still the referee is inclined to let this attack finish. Niall Costello off the left. This will be a big score, and he's got it up and over the bar. They haven't learned their lesson. Back it comes, a chance for Annaghdown to get the first score of the half, and it's chipped in high up and over the bar. Short because Milltown are asleep. Frankie Burke will try and work a goal here. Hegarty jinking across, and in the end taps it up and over the bar, which he could have back into the game again as Martin with the free strikes it, puts it over the bar. The game has certainly picked the centre. Gets it off to Costello, bursts through a couple of challenges. Here's a shot from distance from Colin Brennan, and from 20 metres out puts it up and over.
Down the throat with O'Manion, and a lovely man, a great score.
Well, that's the best example I've seen in a long, long time of a form. Gets it across O'Shane Conley. Little looping pass to Carl Blake, feeds it back. Conley off the right, should be the lead score. Milltown hit the front. To say this game has really improved in the second half, and we've got a right dinger of a game on our hands now. Frankie Burke staff with kick-outs, but just because the crowd were on his case, he, by human nature, reacted to it and has got in now to hop the ball. And this is a big moment in the game because Damien Comer is going to catch it. He's in on goal, back in the net.
My God.
Good, kicked a point. He looks like as if he's trying to work a goal, and in the end Mannion turns and puts it up and over the bar. Good work from him. The game is really open. Milltown have made another change with Shane Conley replaced by Seamus Kiran. So apart from changing goalies, at the other end, insurance category, ball is driven in, it's close to the post, it's over the bar. Super point by Dara Hegarty.
It's a great score. It's something Norman O'Brien is really added.
Here's Mike Martin going for an ambitious one. Oh, it's an absolute world-class point from 2 black cards to 2 Milltown players. Here's an ambitious one from Frankie, dropped in around the house, off the crossbar. Should be a chance for goal. Is it a penalty? Referee says play on, and Annaghdown might still get a point out of it, and the ball is tapped up and over the bar. A point. Referee says play on, not inclined to give the free. Milltown look to try and kick a point, and do. It's up and over the bar. I've given Milltown a bit of hope. Can he kick another one? Mike Martin does kick another one. Super score from Mike Martin to be added, and there will go the full-time whistle from the referee. It's all over. Annaghdown win by a goal, but you'd have to say the crowd got their money's worth. A great second half.
They sure did, and it was a superb second half in terms of intensity in the and the thrilling battle it ended up being. But you have to say Damien Comer kind of stole the show for about 3 minutes and changed the game for Annaghdown.
He was the difference.